Here's Jake Moody to get this one kicked off. And off we go from Santa Clara. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Here's 2nd and 6. They're going to go right back to Henry. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. He'll try and run for this with Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens first down. Good running, gets him to about the 44.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down. From the gun, Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Jackson. Open man is Tylan Wallace. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Henry. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. To the goal line and in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Ravens. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. The kick is good. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. For an opener, Purdy to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
19 tight, go! Mustang 19.
Out of the gun, it's Purdy. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time, and it'll be 3rd down.
70 range. Check go.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Ravens out front. And we're back in the Bay Area after this.
Buffalo 18. Set.
Here's Purdy again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Back to the air is Purdy. Open man downfield is Kittle. And he will go all the way. George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. 2nd down and 8. Now it's Jackson. Quick throw, taken in. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Jackson now. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he'll get up beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. That's Charvarius Ward, able to make the play. Two minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go again here with Henry. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
2nd down, Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
Okay, ready? Trap 60, ready? Hut, hut.
On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. That one is batted away, incomplete. No separation that time, tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They'll go with Purdy. Able to complete it to Ayuk. And he's going to have the 49ers 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down. Throwing again is Purdy. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
60 Bobcat, take go.
Purdy going to put it up again. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner out. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only...
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. Moody now for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Three seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And they're just gonna run it here up the middle. And he's gonna be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers in the lead. As we'll send you over to Orlando, our EA Sports halftime report with the coach, Jonathan, all yours. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Let's call it for what it is, Mike. I mean, right now, this team is winning in spite of him. Certainly not because of him. And what's really concerning is that's the most important position on the team. And if they are able to hold on and they do pull this game out, it could wind up being one of the most poor performances we've ever seen in a winning effort that I can recall in a long time. Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the first down.
1st and 10 for Purdy. This throw left side, caught by Kittle. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down. From the gun, it's Purdy. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. George Kittle, touchdown, 49ers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar. Second and a yard. Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Play action now. Jackson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Jackson on target to Flowers, and it's a Baltimore first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and The age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
What a great gainer that is. He runs it down to the 5. From the gun, Jackson. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. Big moment here for the Ravens as they will go for the 2-point conversion.
Hey, come on.
They'll motion over Flowers.
Hey, report. Report. Go.
On the give, here's Henry. And he'll get into the end zone and get this one a couple of points closer. Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. And now at 152, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. Out of the gun, they'll give it to McCaffrey. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Let's go.
2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He's got it at the 7. And he will score. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown San Francisco.
And that's exactly how you stress all week finishing a game. Get the ball.